we all know that Rob Parker is a Tom Brady hater. But our listeners probably don't know that Rob G, is just as much of a Brady hater.
Sound the alarm.
As Rob Parker is.
Wow.
You don't do it with the music. You don't do it with the long hot takes, and you don't do it with all the pomp and circumstance of Rob Parker, but you do it. King. You hate him, and they're going to all see it. You're about to be exposed in your next take in this discussion. But man. Tom Brady was on with Jim Gray. He goes on this radio show with Jim Gray, his friend from Sirius XM, and he says this.
And there's no better place for me to go than where I actually went, was the Bucs.
But you've caused a lot of intrigue with this, and everybody's guessing. Do you care to expose who it was you were talking about?
No, because there's private things for me that are going to remain, motivational for me. So they know who they are. I mean, the teams.
You think they know?
Yeah, the teams know who we're probably interested in. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, everyone's got a choice to choose. I think what you realize is that there's not as many smart people as you think. It's just the reality. I think it'd be a no-brainer if you said, hey, you got a chance to get Wayne Gretzky on your team, or you get a chance to have Michael Jordan on your team. Oh, we don't need him. No thanks. We're good. In my mind, I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, let me go show those teams what they're missing. And at the same time, let me go prove to the team that did bet on me and the team that really showed that they really wanted me and committed to me that I'm not going to let them down.
Wow. What's the problem?
Wow.
Is there something wrong? My man saying he's motivated.
That's what you took from that soundbite?
How is that any different from the draft pick who hadn't done a thing and then finally has a good game, or I'll give him a good season? And then he's like, yeah, I'm keeping a list. The 8 teams that passed on me. How's that any different?
Look, I don't got a problem with that part of the conversation. What I got a big problem with is him saying, oh, you gonna pass up Wayne Gretzky? You gonna pass up Michael Jordan? Look. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback in NFL history. Okay?
Thank you. And what is Wayne Gretzky?
The greatest hockey player.
And what is Michael Jordan?
The greatest basketball player.
Okay. And the problem is?
Here's the difference, though. At that point in time in his career, coming off that 2019 season in New England, Tom Brady was more like Michael Jordan with the Wizards than Michael Jordan with the Bulls. Okay? He was coming off arguably his worst season in a decade. Completion percentage, lowest since 2013. Passer rating, lowest since 2013. Passing yards per game and touchdown passes, lowest since 2006. And then in the playoffs, against a wildly average Tennessee Titans defense, Tom Brady, 20 of 37, 54%, 209 yards, no touchdowns, and the game-sealing pick 6. So, yes, Tom Brady, for the totality of his career, he is the greatest quarterback. That's fine. You can wear it as long as you like, even if he did, have some assistance getting those Super Bowls. At that point in time, in 2019, he was not all that in a bag of chips.
Stop.
There was no reason why teams should be bending over backwards saying, oh, please, Tom, please come to our team. Please.
Actually, there was. Actually, there was, and the proof is in the pudding. He led Tampa Bay to the Super Bowl. What more do you need? Those teams made mistakes, Rob G. See, here's the difference between Tampa Bay and look, they're not even a great organization. But Tampa Bay, Bruce Arians, they see most teams and most of the so-called experts who weren't feeling Brady anymore. Who said all the things you just mouthed. They said it in the war room. They said it on the phone in their discussions, in their Zoom meetings. When they were discussing, should we go after Brady? They said exactly what you just said. Did you see that pick 6? They weren't that good, but Brady, a career worst season. But the astute ones, and apparently there was only one, Bruce Arians, what he saw was Tom Brady somehow, some way, led that nondescript, slow-footed cast of Patriots players to a 12-4 record. He said this dude had nobody to throw to. He had nobody to run the ball and keep the defense off his back. Sony Michel, he's okay. James White, he's okay. Then neither one of them averaged 4 yards a rush that year. They said he's throwing to guys like Rex Burkhead and Julian Edelman. Ain't no Hall of Famer. I don't care what you say. He's throwing to Philip Dorsett, Mohamed Sanu, who fell off as soon as he got to New England. Josh Gordon left him hanging. That's what they said. See? You got to look at the whole picture,
so
Rob
do you,
G.
Chris. You're painting the picture.
Don't step in the arena with me.
You're painting a picture of that Tom Brady was responsible for this 12-4 record. Chris, do you not recall that through the first half of the season, the Patriots had the greatest defense in NFL history? Did you forget about that? Are you mad that I'm bringing facts to a feelings fight with you again? Come on now.
Look. Use my sayings against me.
Even with these Tampa Bay Bucks team that he went to this past season,
the one that was 7-9.
Yeah, people are discounting them and the talent that they had because Jameis Winston was so bad. He was so bad that it made people forget, hey, you know what? This defense is really fast and aggressive. Hey, you know what? Mike Evans and Chris Godwin might be the best receiving tandem in football. And that was before they added Antonio Brown. Ronald Jones Jr. was a first-round running back before they got Leonard Fournette.
Why wasn't any other quarterback trying to get there? Why wasn't anybody else raving about, oh, my God, if they just get a quarterback?
Who was a free agent? How often do you see quarterbacks become free agents?
I'm just saying,
Never.
Give the man his propers. He took a 7-9 team. And you want to talk about the additions. Oh, he had Gronkowski. Gronkowski was retired making TV commercials. Oh, he had Antonio Brown. Nobody in the league wanted Antonio Brown.
Not because he couldn't play.
Oh,
Not because he couldn't play.
He had Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette got cut by the worst team in the league. Give the man his props, Rob G.
I did give him his props. Did I not call him the greatest quarterback in NFL history?
That you did.
I did. Did I not call Michael Jordan the greatest basketball player? Yes. But you can also admit that when he was in Washington, he was terrible. So you can also concede.
No, I won't admit that. I will not admit that.
You should admit that.
He was not.
Just because you call him every once in a while doesn't mean you can't be critical.
Time out. Michael Jordan, as a 39 and 40-year-old in Washington, was a legitimate all-star. Legit. I mean, yeah, of course he's going to make it because he's Michael Jordan. But look at the numbers. But look at the 20 points, 6 boards, 4 assists a game. Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston, Jerry Stackhouse scored more, but those are great years for them. Those are career best years for guys like that.
Are you really throwing out Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell as guys that are going to help your case?
No, yes, my point is at 40. Right. At 40, Rob G. Look, I'm in the minority. Well, maybe I'm not. I get it. It would have been great to end it with the pose, right? The jumper and the pose in Utah.
That would have been the best send-off in NBA history. Maybe even sports history.
When you really bring facts to the fight, Michael Jordan did nothing to diminish his legacy in Washington. Because what I saw was a 40-year-old who still was one of the best 2 guards in the league. Not the best. Couldn't lead a team to the playoffs. I give you all that. But still was balling and was a 44% shooter. Like, that's a Kobe Bryant, what he shot for his career. I mean, but anyway, we're talking about Tom Brady. Any player, Rob G, there is not an athlete on earth that Tom Brady will never be able to put his name in the same sentence with. I don't care if Brady's 87 years old. He will be able to put his name in the same sentence as any athlete on earth, and you know that. You know that.
All right. Look, man, I'm not going to diminish what Tom Brady has done in his career. I don't mean to. Even if I don't like him, as a Raiders fan, I'm not allowed to like Tom Brady. But you have to acknowledge that these teams had good reason to not want him after that.
I can't say that. What did Bruce Arians see that nobody else saw?
That he was better than Jameis Winston.
So you say
then that's a very low bar.
Any quarterback that was better than Jameis Winston could have led them to the Super Bowl last year?
Any team? I don't know about Super Bowl, but
he beat Aaron freaking Rodgers.
He also threw 3 interceptions in the second half.
Yeah, but he also, you gotta admit, he had a good game.
He had a good half. Tom Brady has.
It was enough of a half to lead them to the victory.
Tom Brady has enough accolades and great moments and signature moments in his career that we don't need to go out of our way to pump up the things he does not do well and the times where, you know what, the defense carried him. You know what? If Aaron Rodgers,
it's a team game.
Aaron Rodgers lost that NFC Championship more than Tom Brady won it.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Because he had every opportunity in the second half to retake the lead after those Tom Brady pick. Tom Brady pick.
Was it the defense or was it Aaron Rodgers? Was it the Bucs defense making him struggle, or was it Aaron Rodgers?
Which one was the Bucs defense. But if we're going to compare quarterback to quarterback, if I'm going to say, did Tom Brady win or Aaron Rodgers lose? Aaron Rodgers lost it.
Tom Brady was spectacular in the first half. I get it. He struggled in the second half. But in the first half, that was enough. That was enough. See what I mean, America? Another hate. Y'all keep coming out here trying to battle me about Tom Brady, and y'all keep getting your feelings hurt. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. All right.